Hello everyone, my name is Anita, I'm a native Russian speaker and I teach Russian to foreigners. And today let's discuss the Russian verbs with the root помн. So in Russian we have three verbs which can be translated into English as to remember. So they are помнить, вспомнить and запомнить. And also we have some other verbs with different prefixes, but the same root, so let's discuss all of them. So let's start with the easiest verb, with the base verb is помнить, is to remember, right? And it's imperfective, and it simply means just to have something in your mind. Я помню этот фильм. I remember this film. Just something is in your mind. Then we have вспомнить. Вспомнить has a meaning like to bring something back to your mind. For example, you forgot something and now you remember it back. So to recall. For example, я вспомнила его имя. I recalled his name, right? And this version is for girls. Вспомнила его имя, and я вспомнил его имя for boys. And this вспомнить, to recall, this verb is perfective, right? To recall once. But if we have the verb perfective with this meaning, we also need to have the imperfective verb with the same meaning. So it's вспоминать. Вспоминать is also to recall, but it's either about the process or repeated action. Я часто вспоминаю детство. Like I often think back on my childhood. Another verb which can mean remember is запомнить. Запомнить is also perfective verb and it means to memorize something, to put something in your mind. So for example, я запомнил новое слово for boys, or я запомнила новое слово for girls. So like I memorized a new word, right? And it's perfective once. And also we have imperfective version запоминать. Мне сложно запоминать новые слова. It's difficult to me to memorize new words. So we have запомнить, which is perfective, and запоминать, which is imperfective, right? And a small trick when we have two verbs with the same meaning, but one of them is perfective, another one is imperfective, the one with suffix e is perfective, the one with suffix a is imperfective. So we discussed three verbs, which can mean to remember. But we also can add the prefix на to помнить. So напомнить. Напомнить is to remind. For example, напомни мне завтра позвонить ему. Remind me tomorrow to call him. Right? And напомнить is perfective. To remind once. And also we can have imperfective verb. Напоминать. Он напоминает мне тебя. He reminds me of you. And also we can add the prefix припомнить. It's also perfective and it means to remind something specific, usually old and forgotten. And usually this verb has a negative connotation. So like to remind someone's past mistakes. For example, он мне припомнил старые ошибки. He brought up my old mistakes. And also we can have imperfective version припоминать. Он часто припоминает мне старые ошибки. He often bring up my old mistakes. Also, we can have reflexive verb from the verb запомнить. Запомнить is to memorize, to put something in your mind, right? And we can have запомниться, like to be recalled, like to stick in someone's memory. For example, этот город мне запомнился. This city stuck in my memory. And запомниться, this verb is perfective, right? And imperfective pair is запоминаться. For example, эти слова никак не запоминаются. These words just don't stick in my memory. So I guess I discussed all the verbs which can be made from the verb помнить. If you know some others, please write in the comments. And if you have any questions, also please write in the comments. I also will put a small test into the description so you can try to choose the right verb and try to translate the sentences from English into Russian. So I hope this video was helpful for you. It was Anita with you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.